Yo, 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 this is your boy Fireworks, and welcome back. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel. The beautiful white gold is here with us today. So earlier this month, I did a Barney Alex Bale Theory video, right? And I was looking through his channel, and there was a few other ones that he had. I know some of y'all y'all recommended SpongeBob, but the SpongeBob was like 4 hours long, and y'all knew damn better than that to ask me to get on here to do 4 hours. When I saw that, I was like, bro, y'all crazy, bro. Maybe that's something we could do on stream, but that's 4 hours.
There are shorter ones though, and they're like darker ones, and they're like there's a few that you could do like shorter.
No, I saw that the one that they recommended
is 4 hours.
Was 4 hours, and I was like, bro, there's
and
other.
Knowing y'all, if he ain't do the one y'all want,
yeah,
it's not gonna be good enough.
Yeah, I did see like there's like a Mrs. Puff and a Plankton and different things like that. I did see those, but I saw this one, which is MS FRIZZLE's Dark Secret, and I forget the other one. There was the one on Teletubbies. So maybe we can do one on Teletubbies after this, because I feel like that's more of your.
Because in my brain, I knew it was on Magic School Bus. In my brain, I was thinking like we're about to do Teletubbies because we talked about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But this is MS FRIZZLE's Dark Secret. This is the first time watching for both of us. The first Barney Theory video was actually really, really good. Like away from like the Barney video has no reaching in it. That's why I think it's really good. So I'm interested to see what this one is like. Now the Barney video did 1.2 million. This one was from 3 years ago, but it's done 10 million.
Damn.
So there's been a lot of people who've like.
The Barney one was more recent?
Yeah, 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So this one, apparently a lot of people.
That's crazy.
You know, so I'm interested that we both grew up on the Magic School Bus. Like everybody knows the Magic School Bus. The show was very intriguing. One of those things we like watching at school. If anything,
it was one of the fun educational things that we had. Like,
right, definitely.
It was just different when we were growing up. Like PBS was a different world.
Right.
I watched Zoom. If you know about Zoom. I loved Zoom. You know, and it was like Zaboomafoo and Reading Between the Lions and Reading Rainbow. Like those were like enjoyable.
Right.
Even Sesame Street. I still watch Sesame Street well into my teen years.
Yeah, Sesame Street's always something that's been really good. Yeah. So Alex Bale did a really good job, like I said, with the Barney video, and apparently he don't need me to tell y'all shit because he got the millions of views. So this should be good. MS FRIZZLE's Dark Secret. I got white gold here. We're gonna do stop and talk like I did with the Barney joint, which is gonna be a lot of fun. I did see that you all enjoyed that. So
this is the kind of stuff that I am into.
Yeah.
I'm really into this stuff like that. So,
like I said before, the Barney Theory videos up on the channel. I guess now that I've done this one, I can maybe create a playlist.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, make sure you guys leaving a thumbs up, leaving a like. If you're new here to the channel, hit subscribe and tap that notification bell. So when we do a video just like this one, you all will get them first. And of course, if you want to get these early and edited with all the commentary, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And don't forget to follow us on Twitch, because of course we're not doing here, we will be doing it over there. And as well, don't forget to subscribe to White Gold. Her YouTube link is in the description too. Okay, so MS FRIZZLE's Dark Secret, and the actual video says the Magic School Bus Doppelgänger Theory. So this will be interesting. I'm Fireworks, the beautiful white gold. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel. We back.
There's something about going back and rewatching old TV shows from your childhood that just fills you with this warm,
you hear the piano
nostalgic
playing in the
feeling.
background.
Even though
That's what
you're
Edward
older
played
now and your tastes have changed, these shows can still connect with you in ways that nothing else can today. That's at least how I feel when I rewatch The Magic School Bus. A show before
That's
everything
a booty
Yeah, I was gonna say, we got the booty hole.
became cynical and edgy. A show that just wanted to teach people how the world works. But then you find something.
See, you right now, the Magic School Bus could be just floating around in there, and you just would never know.
Facts.
You can sneeze it out, fart it out. Like
That show that you don't remember. Something dark.
Janet, you want proof? I'll give you proof. Here's proof of what'll happen to you if you stay here with your stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
No!
That is supposedly what happens though. When you like freeze in space.
Oh yeah, I forget. I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about what actually happens when you do that. But yeah.
Huh. That's weird. I don't remember Arnold dying in the show. And the more I rewatched, the more I realized how much I missed as a kid. And I knew I had to make my next theory.
Here, maybe I need to rewatch it.
Damn, did Miss Frizzle do something with, like, damn, huh?
Inside the Magic School Bus is a culture of fear and lies, all to hide a massive secret. Trust me, this theory is just as dark or complex as any of my SpongeBob theories. This is the Magic School Bus Doppelganger theory.
There's like a Blue's Clues one he did where it's like Blue's Clues Law Order, which I don't even know how that connects.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at his channel because this is nuts.
Let's begin the theory. The Magic School Bus is an animated educational kids show that aired from 1994 to 1997 and later got rebooted on Netflix in 2017.
Hold on, what? I didn't even know it got a reboot.
Yeah, there's like a new version.
What?
Yeah.
And I thought that Magic School Bus went all the way to like 99. I didn't think that he was like 94.
Follows Miss Frizzle and her class of 4th grade students as they use the Magic School Bus to go on crazy field trips to places like outer space, inside the human body, and traveling back in time, all to learn about how the world works. Like a lot of you, I watched it in school growing up, but it wasn't until recently that I started to question some things about the show. Like, do the parents know that their kids are regularly going on these dangerous, life-threatening expeditions? And how is Arnold still alive after taking off his helmet in space?
And I think there was one, like, I don't know if it's in this one, but I know I've seen like one that was like Arnold was inside himself. Like we went inside one of the kids. Like I think it was Arnold.
Oh yeah.
But and then he was in there too. Like.
Thanks, Janet.
Oh, he just got a cold after being exposed.
Yeah, because now when you're looking at it, he has to be dead instantly.
Man, just got a cold.
Freezing vacuum of space. That's it. Something seems wrong here. But wait, before we even begin to question the logic of the show, we have to ask if there's even anything here worth theorizing about. I get this comment all the time. It's just a kid's show. And you're right. When it comes to most kid shows, there's usually no internal logic to how or why things happen, and it would be pointless to try and make a theory about it. Except, here's the thing that sets the Magic School Bus apart from most kid shows. The show itself is constantly pointing out and questioning its own logic. It does this at the end of every episode during something called the producer segment. At the end of every episode, a character known as the producer for the Magic School Bus TV show shows up and answers questions from the fans.
Damn, I don't remember that.
I do. That is true. That is right.
That must be like on TV. I feel like I've only seen it like at school. Or they had a copy of it or something.
Hello.
Hi, you work on the Magic School Bus show, right?
You bet, I'm the producer.
That's right. Just like SpongeBob, the Magic School Bus breaks the fourth wall.
Damn, I think that voice was Theo from the Cosbys.
Oh.
And acknowledges the fact that it's a TV show, except the Magic School Bus does it in a very interesting way. At first I thought this character was supposed to be an animated stand-in for the actual real-life producer of the show, but the producer doesn't talk about the show like it's animated. He talks about it like it's a live-action production.
How come there was only one kind of bat on your show? There are almost 1,000 different kinds, you know.
Well, those kind of
Damn,
bats...
look at all the Batman symbols back there.
Yeah.
That looks like the Robert Pattinson bat symbol right now. Isn't that crazy?
banned from the set.
In fact, everyone talks about it like it's a live-action TV show.
Is this the bakery where they filmed that Magic School Bus show?
Yes.
What we are seeing here is not the actual producer of the PBS animated Magic School Bus show. We are seeing a fictional producer character for an in-universe live-action TV show inside of the real-life animated Magic School Bus show. It's confusing, I know.
So like a TV show inside of a TV show.
Yeah, basically.
So the world of the Magic School Bus has a show with the producer inside of the world of the Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
like a mockumentary where the filmmakers are just as much a part of the story as the characters.
Right.
So, just like my SpongeBob television theory, everything we see in the show is being filmed by in-universe cameras, and everything that happens is just scripted for the purposes of creating an educational live-action TV show.
Since when can a bus shrink and sprout legs like a bullfrog?
Since the scriptwriter wrote it in for the purposes of this episode.
You didn't believe the part where the kids got so close to the volcano.
It's television. We all know real kids don't go inside volcanoes.
And another thing, if an astronaut ever does make it to Pluto, she'd better not take her helmet off.
You think they'd end up with more than a cold, huh?
She'd end up a block of ice, or worse.
None of the characters actually go to space or travel through time. There's no...
So it was like,
Like the kids are on the show.
What? See, this is stunning to me because I have never seen that TV footage. Right, that producer segment.
I do remember that.
No danger or magic involved. In the canon of the show, everything we see is fake. And this isn't even a Truman Show situation where the main characters are unaware they're being filmed. The kids actually sometimes show up or call in on the producer segment and talk as if they know about the show.
Watching that show, you'd think that nighttime lasted about 5 seconds.
Oh, well, we were a little short on time.
So, that pretty much answers every possible question I could have about this show, right? Like, anything weird or dark I find can just be explained away by it being scripted by the showrunners. And I almost gave up on making this theory because of that. Until I realized that's exactly what the Magic School Bus wants us to think.
Seatbelts, everyone!
See, I like how he does this. He did that with Barney too, where like, he zoomed in on the face and then he like color burned it
it's
to
like
where
an investigation.
it makes it and then like hearing did like seatbelt with the echo and stuff, like it makes it super creepy in a way that's just, it's all it takes is just a little different, like a change of perspective.
In Season 2, Episode 3, The Busasaurus, the class travels back in time on the Magic School Bus to visit the dinosaurs. During the episode, they keep track of which dinosaurs only ate plants with this chart. But when they go back to the present, we don't see the class take the chart with them. Just like the end of every episode, they have a producer segment, this time with a guest star from the show, and they clarify none of the magic they showed was real.
So no one's ever traveled back in time and seen real dinosaurs?
Absolutely not. Time travel is impossible.
But it's what happens at the very end of this segment that changes everything.
Oh, but of course it's not.
How could they find the dinosaur chart buried underground if the time travel wasn't real? This directly contradicts what the producers are constantly
So it's like what they're telling us versus like it is possible, but they're trying to make us think it's not. Like time travel isn't possible.
And maybe and also maybe what has been going on in accordance to this show is fake.
But that's what it is. Like it's programming it into you from a young age that but you just don't know it because it's hidden so well.
Right.
Like we understand this as adults,
all the
but
time
as a kid it just
Which reminds me why I called in the first place.
Yes?
I'm still waiting for someone to get that pile of litter off my planet.
Everybody knows there's no such thing as ghosts.
You could never use gum for bungee jumping, not in a million years. I wish you guys would stick to the facts.
It took water more than 15 million years to carve out the Grand Canyon. About as long as it's going to take you to freeze that water.
The impossible things that happen on these field trips are clearly real in the canon of the show, but why are they lying about it? In fact, they seem to get kind of nervous whenever the callers get pushy about what's real and what's not.
It would have taken weeks for the asteroid to reach the sun. You made it seem like it could happen in seconds.
Well, we had to fake it.
Ms. Frizzle must be magic.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, see, I thought what I was going they were going to hint at her she was like a witch or something.
right.
That? Oh, that was just the sound of Liz stretching the truth.
So why not just
Liz,
tell
I
them
love
that it's
the
real Magic
name
School
Liz.
Bus? What's with all the secrecy?
Like,
The class is constantly going to places like outer space, the bottom of the sea, inside an active volcano, all extremely dangerous places that no school could ever take kids unless they lied about it and pretended like the field trips were just faked as a part of an elaborate fictional TV show. And the cover-up goes much farther than just the show. The principal of the school has no idea what they're doing on these field trips.
You're telling me you went inside a chicken to find me an egg?
Yes, sir, we did.
But going inside a chicken is not a state-approved field trip.
And even when they tell him, he doesn't believe them.
Do you really expect me to believe that the chicken laid an egg with all of you inside it?
Yeah, see, I like when they pull that perspective, like, even the adult, like, there were some adults that didn't know a lot of this shit was going on inside the world. So
Like,
it makes it more credible.
It
way
sounds
more credible.
crazy. Like, and the more people that don't know make you sound crazy because you've seen it for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Even the parents don't know what's going on.
And now, live from the throne.
Ralphie, that little girl looks just like your friend Wanda.
Who, her? No. Wanda's much, shorter.
Ralphie, I know that guilty look. What's going on?
Nothing, Mom. Really.
Oh, I'm sure they were just hanging around. Right, Ralphie?
Right, Miss Frizzle.
It's never explicitly stated in the show, but if you pay attention, it's clear that these field trips are a massive secret, and the kids are actively helping hide it.
Yeah.
Miss Frizzle, we can't let Mr. Junket know the bus is magic.
He can't know what he can't see.
But why? I could see why the producers are hiding the secret, but why are the kids in on it? Maybe it's just because they love the field trip so much, and they know that if the secret got out, they wouldn't be able to go on them anymore. But I think there might be something more going on here. In the very first episode of The Magic School Bus, Arnold brings his cousin Janet to visit his school, and she mentions that Arnold told her all about the field trips they go on.
Arnold told me all about your field trips, Dorothy Ann. What did he say?
Look at their reactions to hearing this.
Damn, yeah, they were stunned.
Like,
yikes. He wasn't supposed to say nothing.
Yeah.
Terrified of someone else knowing the truth. Now, I've already shown you that clip of Arnold taking off his helmet and freezing in space, but I didn't show you why he did it. Throughout the entire episode, Janet is trying to collect proof to prove that she went to space. And in order to convince Janet not to bring back incriminating evidence, Arnold does this.
There's no way I'm going home without my stuff. It's proof. Nobody will believe me without it.
Janet, you want proof? I'll give you proof. Here's proof of what'll happen to you if you stay here with your stuff. Arnold, no!
Arnold is more afraid of Janet exposing their secrets than taking off his helmet.
Yeah, I was going to say, he went to that, when you look at it from that perspective, he went to that degree.
Depth.
Yeah.
To hide it.
What could these kids possibly be so afraid of happening if the truth got out? Well, in Season 1, Episode 11, we actually do get to see what DA thinks would happen if her old teacher found out about their field trips.
Mr. C-Flat, I'd like you to meet.
Take chances, make mistakes, get messy!
Oh, we never did anything like this at our old school.
Holy shit. It's Miss Frizzle. They're all afraid of Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle may seem like this quirky, fun, eccentric teacher, but she is constantly manipulating these kids into being afraid and totally obedient. In episode 2, Arnold asked Miss Frizzle if he could skip the field.
Like culty.
Yeah.
Cult, like.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, I don't know, like you can't tell or something's gonna happen. I don't know, but that's crazy. Or like if an adult says don't tell, you're not supposed to. Like that is dark.
Miss Frizzle, I'd really love to go on a field trip, but I've got this weird feeling.
Well, Arnold, I do need a volunteer to stay behind.
She casually says he could stay behind, but then without telling him, they shrink down and go inside of Arnold for their field trip. At the end of the episode, they tell Arnold they were inside of him, and after this horrifying realization sets in, he says this.
You went inside?
See?
Miss Frizzle, no matter what, I'll never miss another field trip. Never, ever, ever,
ever.
The message Miss Frizzle is sending is clear. If you disobey or try to miss a field trip, there will be consequences. And if you don't believe me, in the very next episode, the exact same thing happens. In this episode, Ralphie gets sick and his mom tells him he has to miss school, but Ralphie vehemently tries to fight it.
It's my opinion, as your mother and as a doctor, that you have
Damn,
fever.
this is scary. They're like fighting it. Like she turned him into the field trip. Now I guess she gonna do the same thing with Ralphie.
Means you are sick, which means you are
But
going.
he's like,
back
no,
to
I
bed."
can't miss school. I have to go. I have to go on this field trip.
Seems kinda weird, right? Usually kids love to miss school, especially a slacker, goofball character like Ralphie. But no, he knows there will be consequences if he misses a field trip. And as expected, the class goes to his house, shrinks down, and goes inside of him. It's like an unspoken rule of the class.
Damn, so is that, I guess that is like the punishment for it, obviously. 2 episodes in a row.
They go inside, which that wording is.
Yeah.
Miss a field trip, you will become the field trip. There is a culture of fear and lies in the classroom, and Miss Frizzle is at the heart of all of it. No matter what, you must keep her secrets and continue going on these dangerous field trips, even if there's risk of getting hurt or worse. Which brings me back to my original question. How did Arnold actually survive after taking off his helmet in space? What if I told you he didn't? And the Arnold we see after this is not the same Arnold.
Cloning.
Okay, I was gonna say, so this is the doppelganger, I guess, that they're
The
talking
actual
about.
theory.
But yeah, I want to know, like, what is she? I think that, well, he's gonna fly that Miss Frizzle, I don't know, got rid of the body. Yikes.
So, the Magic School Bus is supposed to be this infinitely powerful magical contraption, right? It can go anywhere, travel through time, and change itself or anyone else into just about anything. So, who's to say that the kids who get injured or killed don't just magically get brought back to life by the bus off screen? But after Arnold comes back from being frozen in space, he acts different. In the very next episode after he gets frozen, they keep calling attention to the fact that Arnold is acting weird for some reason.
You feel all right, Arnold?
It's sort of explained away in the episode, but it's weird how they keep bringing it up.
Miss Frizzle, I'd really love to go on a field trip, but I've got this weird feeling.
And before he was frozen, we heard him say this.
I wonder where we're going today. Inside a rotten log? Been there. To the bottom of the ocean? Done that.
He mentions how they've already been to the bottom of the ocean and inside of a rotten log. But they visit both of these places in future episodes, and Arnold never mentions the fact that they've already been there.
Damn. So he said it before it happened.
Right. Wow.
One does. It's like they don't even remember these past field trips. And this show does have continuity and a precedent for mentioning old field trips.
This looks familiar, kind of like when we were in your bloodstream, Ralphie. Remember?
There's something really strange going on with these kids, but for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I discovered something. Something so impossible and confusing that when I saw it, it honestly gave me chills. In episode 2, the Magic School Bus shrinks down and goes inside of Arnold to learn about the digestive system. But there's something inside of Arnold that made me question everything about this show. Something that I guarantee you wouldn't normally notice. Are you ready? Let me play the clip for you.
Esophagus. It's where your food goes after you swallow. Miss Frizzle.
There he
wait.
was. Did you see it? There he was. Yeah, like I said.
No fucking way, y'all.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
He's inside himself.
Doing?
Did you see it?
Yes.
Let's slow it down a bit. How the fuck is Arnold inside of Arnold?
Right.
He is the one person who absolutely cannot be in the bus right now. But there he is, sitting in the back. But the next time we see the back of the bus, he's gone. No way. This has to be some sort of...
Okay, well, Mephisto?
Man.
The Hood?
What kind of shit?
weird animation mistake, right? Except 25 seconds later, we see him again sitting in the back of the bus. How is Arnold inside of Arnold? Okay, maybe they just made the same mistake twice, right? Except this isn't even the only episode where this happens. In season 4, episode 2, the class learns about a chicken's life cycle and shrinks Arnold down inside of an egg to watch it hatch. While they're waiting for it to hatch, the rest of the class goes to talk to the principal in his office, without Arnold. Except for a single shot, we can see Arnold in the office, even though he's supposed to be inside.
Why is that?
All right, like
They did that 3 times. You can't fuck up animation 3 times, right? This is when you had to be cautious about what you're doing too. You couldn't just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of the egg, and just like last time, he immediately disappears as soon as we cut back to where he was standing. Who is this second Arnold who keeps appearing in places he shouldn't be? And that's when it all made sense. The Magic School Bus doesn't bring dead kids back to life. They replace them with identical clones, or how I like to call them, doppelgangers. It is no coincidence that this second Arnold showed up in the episode immediately after Arnold died in space. This is either the Space Arnold's body or some sort of rogue doppelganger they lost track of, trying to blend in the back of class. But wait a second. Can the Magic School Bus even create clones of living things? Like, it seems like the Magic School Bus can do anything, but we never actually see it duplicate or create something from scratch. It only ever changes things. It can turn a student into a fish, but it never creates a fish out of nothing. Trust me, I have looked everywhere in both this show and the reboot, and there is no evidence the bus can create life.
Yeah, it's ugly.
But that's only because I was...
The reboot just looks very modern age.
It's ugly.
Like what the kids are into now.
In the wrong place. Miss Frizzle's classroom is absolutely full of dioramas of human body parts. An eye, a foot, an ear, the human skeleton. But if you pay close attention to these background objects, you'll realize they're not dioramas. They constantly move and blink as if they're alive, and the only possible explanation is that they were created by the Magic School Bus. Meaning it is totally possible for the bus to grow these doppelgangers to replace the students. Every time a student dies on a field trip, they have the perfect solution.
Like, to keep the secret.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, because if you come back without a kid...
to cover it up. But how often could they possibly need to do this? Yeah, the kids regularly put themselves in danger, but the closest we get to an on-screen death was Arnold taking off his helmet, and that's only one episode. Well, remember, the show itself is an unreliable narrator. They're obviously gonna cut out or recontextualize anything that could expose them. But I think they let an important clue slip in the very first episode. Remember, when Arnold came back from being frozen in space, he was sick, which seemed to carry over with how weird he was acting in the next episode. Maybe when a doppelganger is created, they come out very weak from the cloning process and have the symptoms of a sickness. Is it possible every time a character gets sick in the show, they've actually been recently replaced with a doppelganger? How else does the producer know details about Ralphie's specific sickness?
What were those kids doing visiting Ralphie when he was so sick and tired?
Oh, well, don't worry. He wasn't infectious.
Damn. Which adds validity to his thought. This dude is good.
Yeah.
Infectious would make sense if it's not actually a sickness, but the symptoms of being a newly grown doppelganger. And the same episode Ralphie gets sick, the skeleton in the classroom has a completely different outfit from previous episodes, with a different tie and no sunglasses. Maybe the classroom skeleton is where they store the body of the last dead student. It even has very similar shoes to
No
Ralphie.
way!
I'm weak.
But this goes far beyond just the occasional student getting replaced. I have found evidence of past field trips that went so horribly wrong that no student came back from them alive. In episode 4, they shrink down and take a field trip into the ocean. Eventually, they get fished out by a fishing woman who says this.
Nope. Already have a bus.
Why would she have already fished up a miniature bus from the ocean? I mean, maybe it's like a toy or something, but that's not the only time something like this has happened. In season 2,
and it's a
episode 1,
double-decker,
they
like it's
explore an underwater
from the
volcano.
UK or something.
Yeah, interesting.
And briefly pass by a random sunken ship. Except, if you look closely, it has a figurehead of Miss Frizzle on the front of the ship. Why on earth would a random ship at the bottom of the ocean have this?
This is crazy. Like, it's he's really good at piecing this together. Like this is not Ricci.
It's like finding that ancient statue of the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like when the Magic School Bus turned into a boat in Season 4, Episode 13, and had a figurehead of Liz, the class pet. These are the wreckages of past failed field trips where nobody returned alive. There have been countless children who have died on these field trips, but why? What is the point of all this? Who's really running the show here, and what is the true identity of Miss Frizzle?
Mm-hmm.
The Magic School Bus TV show is run by the producers we see at the end of every episode.
You bet, I'm the producer. One of them.
There's two characters.
Yeah, correction.
Man.
Who have been called producers of the show, and we never find out their names or where they came from. But do they look familiar at all to you? They have a very similar appearance to Tim and Wanda. Is it possible the producers are actually the original students who survived all these years? And the similarities go far beyond just their appearances. The male producer is seen working on a bee farm that we've never seen before, but Tim mentions in Season 3, Episode 1 that his grandpa owns a bee farm.
I've been delivering honey from my grandpa's bee farm all summer.
Damn.
Wow.
Were they doing this in our face? Like some of this is now this is like starting to get crazy.
Maybe the producer is working on his grandfather's farm. And just like how the producer works on storyboards, we see Tim working on his comic books. The female producer has a big plush frog in her office, and we know Wanda used to have a pet frog that she loved.
You know, Miss Frizzle, I was really glad when you said I could bring my best friend Bella the bullfrog to school.
In fact, in Season 1, Episode 5, Wanda has to let her pet frog go to live a happier life in the wild, and we see the producer rewatch this scene and cry.
Bye, Bella. I know you're going to have a good
Wow,
life
so maybe
here,
he's
but...
right. Maybe they are the kids that survived.
That is wild. Like you put it, like when you put it into that perspective, it doesn't seem Ricci. So there's a difference. You know, this makes sense.
I
Crazy.
am going to miss you.
I think it is very likely that the producers are the original Tim and Wanda. But what about the rest of the original students? Maybe Tim and Wanda are the only survivors, but I did find this guy working at a carnival in Season 2, Episode 10 that looks a lot like Ralphie. And I could also totally see Ralphie growing up to work at a carnival.
Wow.
But then what about Miss Frizzle? Even though we see the producers running things at the end of the episode, it seems like Miss Frizzle is also in charge of the show.
You really expect us to believe that Mikey had the power to actually knock the bell clear off the hammer slammer?
Just between us, we had a story conference about that, and it was Miss Frizzle's idea.
But we know nothing about Miss Frizzle's past, and obviously she doesn't resemble any of the kids like the producers do. I mean, the closest comparison we have is Arnold with their similar hair color, but obviously Arnold is male and Miss Frizzle is female.
That's our son.
Right? And
Yeah, what if it was or something? They related or something?
that's what I thought too, until I discovered Pickle Theory. Pickle Theory is not a theory I created, it's something I discovered while researching for this video. It stems from this weird moment in Season 2, Episode 7 with Miss Frizzle.
Whoa! There's a ton of pickles in here.
You caught me, Ralphie. Oh, I have a private and powerful passion for pickles.
Even if I told you the context of this episode, this moment wouldn't really make sense. Miss Frizzle just has a secret closet full of pickles and a private and powerful passion for them for some unexplained reason. But this is where Pickle Theory comes in. To understand Pickle Theory, you need to understand that there's a common medication used in hormone therapy for trans women that has the side effect of making you crave sodium. And pickles are very salty, so they've become a common snack in the female transgender community. And Pickle Theory states that this weird moment with Miss Frizzle admitting to a private craving for pickles is a hint about her actually being a transgender woman. And I think it's a cool theory, but probably not enough evidence to win me over yet. And even if it is true, there's definitely not enough evidence to say Miss Frizzle is the original Arnold. I mean, she doesn't even wear glasses like him. But then I watched Season 4, Episode 10, where we actually get to see inside of Miss Frizzle's house for the very first time. And I found a picture on her wall that is going to blow your mind. A picture of someone who looks a lot like a female version of Arnold, right down to the yellow and white shirt and glasses. I think this is what Miss Frizzle looked like as a kid. Either she's
So is Miss Frizzle the original?
Oh my gosh. But then that would kind of debunk his doppelganger theory because he did survive, but maybe because it's a witch.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Gender, or the cloning process can just create different gender versions of characters, but whatever it is, you can't tell me this doesn't make it seem like Frizzle is a female version of Arnold. Even her name, Miss Frizzle, sounds fake. It sounds like something she just made up because she has frizzy hair, a trait that she shares with Arnold. All of the people running the Magic School Bus show are the original versions of the students, creating doppelgangers of themselves and forcing them to go on dangerous field trips. But why? What is this all for? To make the Magic School Bus TV show and educate the kids of the world. And god damn it, it worked.
Is this the Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus? Is this the Magic School Bus?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it from that perspective, it worked. But man, how dark is this?
Man.
Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus? Magic School Bus? I want to go Magic School Bus!
Wow.
Magic School Bus!
In this universe, everyone knows about the Magic School Bus. It is a massive success. If you want to educate the world, then in the words of Miss Frizzle, you have to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Get very, very messy.
Not the montage.
And that's the Magic School Bus doppelganger theory. Okay, bye.
Wow. No, that was good.
That was good.
That was good. All right, you all. Welcome back. That was Miss Frizzle's Dark Secret. So, White Gold, what do you think?
That was crazy, but a lot of it didn't make sense once you like go through it and kind of go through the evidence, the receipts of what he thought. You know, his thoughts had but I feel like it's so many like strings connected because this could be this, but it also, you know, it could be this, but then that cancels out that. But you know, it is a lot, and I like that. I like the thinking. It's very challenging, but I enjoyed this for what it was. Like, it's a lot to process. Like, I'm stumbling over my words because I don't know my thoughts. I know them, but I can't verbalize it. This was really good. I really like conspiracy things, and like, you know, when you just see stuff that you didn't see as a kid and it's kind of in your face, literally, but now you understand it as an adult because you just learn things over the years and you see it different. So a lot of it was very cohesive and progressive. Like, he could go back and be like, this and what he said here made sense from back here, you know. So it was a good video.
I think I like these because I love the difference in perspective, and I use it a lot in creativity. When it comes to editing, when it comes to doing music, this from everybody looking at my finger from here might look the same, but if I just turn it a certain way, it can give it a completely different feeling and vibe. And I love that about creativity. And I think that he's good at it. And there are people out here who are good at that stuff. Like people who could do music videos, who could do audio engine. They're just born with that thing. And I think he's got that thing where he can see, or he sees things through a different lens. And that's why it's so easy for him to put these theories together. Because like I said before, the Barney theory, if you ever watched the Barney one is really, really good. This one is because I guess there are more elements to it than what Barney had to offer. It kind of gets darker and deeper. And I think that, you know, once you kind of start listening, and that's the thing, like, it did the same thing with me at Barney. At Barney, I was like, okay, this is okay. Okay. But then when he started getting validity for shit, it's kind of out of my hands. It's kind of, I'm not forced to not believe the truth, but then you stuck in a position where you feel stupid. If like, you know, if it's a duck, if it's a duck, it's a duck, it's Affleck. You feel me? Like, he calling it what it is. The transgender thing might be a reach, maybe. Bless you. But I do love the theory of it because it makes things more darker when it comes to, like, to me, that wraps around back to in the beginning when he was talking about how it's in a world where Magic School Bus is a show.
Right.
And I think it wraps around to the kids being the original.
Right.
So, and for me, I never knew about the producer segment. So that's fresh seeing it for me. So it's extra like, whoa, for me. And, you know, Arnold, you know, like he's like, I'm gonna be real, like that's instant death for Arnold. Mm-hmm. And then to come back sick, and then to, like they said a couple episodes after that, they were questioning why he was acting weird. Crazy. And then I always love the world where it's like the kids are not telling the parent, or the parents don't know, because they did that in Barney, which I'd never realized how in the very beginning of Barney they were trying to hide him from the parents. Mm-hmm. But then the way he made the video, as after a while, Barney became so big that now he's friends with the adults. Now the adults can envision him, and now it's like for this, it's just super dark where the kids, you know, the principal didn't know they was going. This is like, okay, so first of all, the parents didn't know, the principal didn't know what Miss Frizzle got going on up in here. Right. The two kids that get sick, you automatically become the field trip. Crazy. Not because it's like dark. It's crazy, like one time thing. It happens twice. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about the stuff he's talking about. These ain't one time occasions. These things happen numerous times. I'm telling you right now, I'm about to shit myself. When they rolled the camera back and Arnold was in the back seat, y'all. And not only once, they did it 3 times, and they did it in 3 different scenes. One in front of the principal and 2 times in the bus.
And he was inside his stuff.
Like insane. Which makes it, and like, of course, we've heard theories about, you know, how dark kids' movies and TV shows was growing up. But this guy, you know, Alex Bale, you do a great job. Yeah. And it does make me, again, I recommend you all, if you all have requests for this stuff, let us know in the comments. And for the SpongeBob stuff, if you want us to start it so we don't have to do the 4-hour, tell us where to start at. How about, can we do that? Can you tell us what video to watch first instead of going to the 4-hour joint? Because when I saw the 4 hours, y'all, I'm telling you, I just rolled my eyes, okay? Like, we can, but that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you give it out of 10? What do you think?
Like an 8.5.
Okay. You all let us, I probably give it like a 9. I still think the Barney one was more, because I think I knew Barney more. But I think that this is probably, you probably felt the same way like I did with Barney that you do with this, because I feel like you were more savvy. You seen the producers joint I had never seen. So you all let us know in the comments how you feel about this video. And like I said before, the Barney, you know, theory video is up on the channel. You can take a look at that too. And I'll probably create a playlist so you can watch both of these videos. Okay, so before we get out of here, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, leave a like. If you're new here to the channel, hit subscribe and tap that notification bell so when we do a video just like this one, you all will get them first. Okay, so of course we got more content on the way. Make sure you all stay tuned. I'm Fireworks, the beautiful white gold. This is Snoopers, gonna Snoop YouTube channel. We out.